War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And Raytheon stock. War is a terrible thing, and this war has been happening for a very long time, from before most of us were born, and will be raging on after we're long gone. I'm of course talking about the gender war. Men versus women. For those of you who've been following me for the past year, you know of my ongoing research into the man question. From learning how to be a real man. If you're a grown-ass man and you wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are likely to be a raging homosexual.
Average Twitter user. Just, you know, what you expect to see when you open twitter.com on a normal day.
Judging men's living spaces. Men will literally not buy a TV stand, but will have 2 mini fridges. To examining their interesting dating rituals. Wish your toes were in my mouth right now. I mean, hey. And although this journey is
Twitter
far
DM.
from over, I decided to take a break to focus on the fairer sex. That's right. The whammon. There are many things women love in this world. Flowers, chocolate, pumpkin spice lattes, cute animals, shopping, complaining and nagging, am I right, fellas? But above all else,
am I right?
Women love posting their own L's.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, I have credit card debt. I am in a toxic situationship with one of my exes. Last week, I was so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me. And this year, I've had chlamydia twice.
I'm just trying to figure out who asked.
So I've been working on a pretty big video, and I thought it would be nice to take a little break and make some trash content, because I know you guys love the trash content. And I feel like the last 2 videos were a little more serious than I usually am, so I feel like it's trash time. So let us answer the question on everyone's mind. Are women okay? No.
No.
No, they are not. But before we get into this deep dive into the psyche of the modern woman, let's quickly get into today's sponsor. Are you tired of this happening to you?
Man, that person was violently shaking the vitamins around.
AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement
that
helps support your immune system,
gummies on the
digestion, and whole body health. Packed with 75 vitamins, minerals,
I do like when my tummy does not hurt.
It has all the nutrients you need in one little drink.
That is pretty cool when my tummy does not do the hort.
GMOs, pesticides, and artificial colors and sweeteners. Big GMO is shaking, honey. If you know me, you know my diet basically consists of chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. So AG1 really helps me get all those vitamins I am sorely lacking in one easy and effective way. Just 1 scoop or travel packet,
diet.
8 to 10 ounces of cold water, shake it up, and you're ready to go. I've included AG1 in my morning routine, and I feel like I have much more energy throughout the day. I don't even crave an energy drink once, so I highly suggest you check it out yourself.
I'm gonna have to try that.
It tastes pretty good, which I honestly was not expecting. It's got a hint
cannot
of,
live without my caffeine if I'm honest.
And pineapple and vanilla, and it's definitely a more pleasant way to get all my nutrients as opposed to swallowing a whole bunch of pills in the morning. So go to the link in the description now to get a year's supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 travel packs for free with your first purchase. Also, the best part is, for every order of AG1, they donate to organizations around the world, providing healthy meals to children in need. Taking care of your body shouldn't be a hassle, and now due to AG1, it doesn't have to be. So get in on today's offer by visiting drinkag1.com/Shoe0nHead, or simply clicking the link down below. Big thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video, and thank you, as always, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Now let's get back to the video. From posting about their old high school teachers subscribing to them on OnlyFans, to posting about their boyfriends cheating on them with their own mothers. Women love posting their own L's. I would know, despite rumors. I am a woman. Now for the boomer demographic who watches me who doesn't know what an L is, an L is a loss, and a W is a win. And for the Zoomer demographic that watches me... Gat, Ohio Rizzler.
There we go.
When you try to be petty and request money from your ex and accidentally send it. Here's $100 for wasting my time and being a cheater. L. Absolute L. My ex-boyfriend is now gay, and my ex-girlfriend is now straight.
What?
Call that conversion therapy. When I helped the guy I was in love with get his girl because I thought maybe he'd fall in love with me in the process.
What?
No! Why did she think this would work?
Yeah,
Life is not TV. You are not the main protagonist of a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Just bro, it's a skill issue.
I remember the time I went on a first date to the London Zoo, and at the gate he asked if I would mind paying for my own ticket, which I said I would, at which point he pulled out a 2-for-1 voucher. So I paid for my ticket and he went in for free.
I remember seeing
I had to
that
break
one.
up with him.
It was
Our
funny.
signs weren't compatible. Once again, here we go. Astrology is racism for white women. I'm a Gemini, and he told me not to flush when I peed at his house to save money.
I've never heard that before, but it's so true though. Oh, that's so accurate, man. That like hit me like a truck, that knowledge. Woo! Man, that's so accurate. Okay. I'm learning today. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I gotta put that next to the Live, Laugh, Love poster.
So I obliged until I went through his Discord and found pics of him drinking it. Oh no. I invited him to the crib, cooked for him, gave him the sloppiest neck you can manifest in your mind, let him fold me like an origami bird, called him an Uber, then blocked him and never spoke to him again. I really beat him to the punch. We are learning the game too fast. Wow, you sure showed him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that supposed to be a win? Cause that looks real bad. Somebody should let them know. Who's gonna tell them?
When I broke up with a white boy and he deleted his Stop Asian Hate story. Guys, my friend got banned from Tinder because she'd show up to dates without makeup and the dudes kept reporting her as a catfish. Oof. I don't know, I've always quickly shown the men I've dated what I look like without makeup because I figure if you don't love me at my naked-faced gremlin, you don't deserve me at my 2006 MySpace mid e-girl. I wanted this man to be vulnerable with me for so long. He finally called me yesterday and opened up, but the second he started crying, I lost all interest in him quickly. Women be like, men need to show their emotions till a man shows their emotions.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, man, thanks for showcasing ahead of time. You're not worth any guy's time.
Told my husband not to buy me a Christmas present. I'm fuming that he actually isn't. Do not, I repeat, do not listen to women when they say this. Oh, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? No. Bullshit. Get them fries. I will never forget this guy I was seeing.
Bro, I am always... It's just one component about me, I guess, that makes me like a neurodivergent weirdo or something. But if I actually don't want food, I will just say, no, I don't. I actually mean it. And if I do want food, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like... And so other girls do this to me as a fellow girl that's supposed to get it, and even I don't get it. Like, I think that they don't want it. Like, if, you gotta say you want something if you want it. I'm not playing the game of, like, I'm supposed to figure out you're not saying what you actually want. Like, I'm too tired for that. You do that, you're not getting anything.
Didn't text me back for 3 days, and when he finally texted me,
Bestie,
I was like,
you're not getting fries if you don't say you want them. Like,
yeah, I was just
bare
watching
minimum requirement.
The Sopranos. When you are on your third kid and third baby daddy at 23, it's the hypersexual personality with a breeding kink for me.
Wow! Woo!
For the last time, you do not have a breeding kink. That is called being a woman. It is not a fetish. It came free with your genetics. Someone just asked my due date. I am not pregnant. A reminder, once again, that unless a woman tells you she is pregnant, please don't assume. It's really hurtful. Oh god, do not do this. I have seen this actually happen in real life.
Wait,
the internet will never know when I'm pregnant, by the way. They'll just have to assume I'm eating good. I was talking to this guy I met on Tinder, having the best conversations while we sipped on our boba, but when he found out my body count was close to triple digits, the conversation got quiet. He ghosted me after and blocked my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Do all guys really care that much? Maybe I should start telling my dates that I'm a virgin instead. Yes, guys care that much. And not just guys, and especially triple digits. If you're somebody who takes sex seriously, and you think it's a special thing, or you're a virgin, or you yourself have a low body count, it's perfectly acceptable to care about body counts. But if you a hoe, or if you a man hoe, and you care about the other person's body count, you're a fucking hypocrite. But I feel like even if you are a hoe, or a man hoe with like a 20-something body count, I feel like you could still judge someone who's in the triple digits? How do you
I don't know. They've got AOE. You know what I mean? They got sexual AOE.
Meet that many people. I don't even know 15 people. I'm gonna give this one a W because I'm just impressed.
That's just a lot.
When I
that's
got pulled over for speeding and the
they
nice
have the sexual
said I could
AOE,
show him
yeah.
a picture of license instead because I forgot my wallet and
It's
watched
true,
me scroll
chat.
past multiple boob pictures and I couldn't tilt my phone the other way because my dad was in the other seat. Okay, there is nothing more stressful and anxiety-inducing than handing someone your phone to show them a picture and you're just like, okay, give it back. Because if they accidentally swipe, they're gonna be seeing your hentai horse futa.
No! Why did it have to be hentai horse futa, ma'am? Oh my god. It's very specific.
Am I right? Who among us does not have that on their phone? I remember one time I was so obsessed with a boy that I found out his address, his mom and dad's number. I would call his mom, and when she answered, I would make up lies about him so he got his phone taken away so he didn't talk to other girls. I found his family members' names, how many times he moved houses, what schools he went to, found all his family photos, found all the girls he messed with so I could become friends with them. What's crazy is men will look at this and they'll be like, I could fix her. Okay, so what I was-
No, you can't. She's like, hello, I am a psychopath. Here's my psychopathic tendencies. I'm a red flag. Here's a paragraph why. In this essay, I will be explaining why I'm a red flag and why you do not want to be in arm's reach of me. Like,
they did in fact get married. This reminds me of them. What's crazy is men will look at this and they'll be like, I could fix her. Okay, so when I was in 3rd grade, I had a crush on this guy, but he had a crush on this other girl, and I cried about it to my mom, and my mom was like, who cares? They're not gonna get married. And that made me feel better until I saw today that they did in fact get married. This reminds me when people are like, oh, like, don't worry, your school bully is gonna be fat and ugly in the future. No, my school bully is a f***ing bodybuilder now.
Holy
she could
crap.
kick my ass. It's important to remember that you were not the main character, and sometimes good things happen to people you do not like.
Darn, what do you mean bad people get good things in life? What do you mean bad people get good things? Karma's not supposed to work like that. My mom said I was going to be pretty and make millions of dollars, and my school enemy was going to sit in a cardboard box on the side of the road. I don't understand.
And honestly, you're 27 years old. Time to move on from your 3rd grade crush. A guy I was hooking up with told me I was getting chubby and I should eat less. I just ate an entire f***ing pizza. F*** you, Brian. Oh, no. Do not do this. Do not spite eat to get back at someone calling you fat. You go to the—
Like, what the heck? Yes. Somebody pointed out a problem with me which hurt my feelings, so instead I'm gonna double and triple down on the problem to say that I'm an independent person.
The gym and you get— What is happening out there? Who is dying? The guy I really like ghosted me because I posted a TikTok about guys with piercings and he didn't have any. Honestly, kind of the man's L here. Women
that's an L on his
talk
part.
about what they're attracted to and what their type is, and they'll talk about like what men they find handsome, and like men who like that woman will like constantly obsessively compare themselves to those features and those people. They'll be discouraged because they don't look anything like them. Like maybe she likes blonde hair and maybe he has brown hair. But if she likes you, she will make an exception. And maybe she's attracted to things she didn't even know she was attracted to until she met you. Congratulations to the man who had matched with me the moment I told him I was a journalist. Keep it classy, Middle America. Also, guess whose name I'm running through the court records tonight?
What the hell? Man, he dodged a bullet. I mean, good on him, because apparently she's crazy. Apparently she was going to document things in the relationship. If you weren't scared before, now it's confirmed.
Chad, do not date journos. You want to match me on Tinder, so now I'm gonna run your name through the courts. Okay, psycho. Oh, of course she worked for Jezebel. Rest in piss. Women need to start using men for sex. Sleep with them and block them. Give them a taste of their own medicine.
What?
Who wants to tell her? No, but really, not all men do that, so now you're just contributing to this cycle of abuse. Do not do this, woman L. My boyfriend said he was into BDSM, so he'd have me doing burpees, planking, wall sits, and push-ups. I was into it, and he said he loves watching girls get pushed to their physical and mental limits when they submit to him. Then after a few months of this, he admitted he was just trying to get me in better shape because he didn't like having sex with me as much as he did at my old weight. Should I be offended?
Wait, what?
Okay, this one is just funny. Wait, what are these ages? 18 and 29. My old weight? Me and my boyfriend were hanging a TV and I told him to just let me do it.
That's a lot of time.
Now there's 30 holes in the wall. How do I tell him I need him to do it? Let your man do man things. Men were built for war and hunting. And now they're stuck in cubicles for 8 hours a day doing Microsoft Excel. The least.
Listen. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. If you put 30 holes into the wall, please let anybody else but you do it, okay? Like, you could believe in the whole traditional roles or not, but, like, if you're putting 30 holes in the wall, like, for the love of God, after the first one, just hand it over to literally anyone else. A mom, sister, brother, a 12-year-old, like, please stop. Stop what you're doing and give it to anyone else, okay?
You could do is let a man hang a damn TV. I don't care if you can open the jar yourself. Give it to him. Men in captivity need to feel like they have a purpose, or else they die. Do you notice that men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it. These guys are told when a woman says no, that means no.
Yes, and I think that's a good thing to go by. This is bad. This is bad.
They're correct. So if you say no, you better mean no.
Yeah,
apparently,
you
like
missed
a
your
large
shot.
percentage of men aren't even approaching women anymore.
Yep.
The amount of TikToks I have seen of women secretly filming men hitting on them, and the men are not even being creepy. They're being pretty normal. Maybe they're a bit awkward. And the caption's like, "This creep was hitting on me. Whoa, how dare him." Like, how do you think your parents met? How are people supposed to meet people nowadays? Tinder? Like, you can't just walk up to a girl or guy you think is cute anymore. You have to be swiping on them. I am afraid we have Me Too'd a little too close to the sun.
And, like, can we just be normal? Probably, it takes some balls to, like, walk up to somebody. Like, I don't know, as long as neither person's being rude, like, whoa.
And now the men are afraid of speaking to us. I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to rail me, and he said he was too tired. So we went to bed, and I literally woke up to him jerking it. Honestly, I can't decide whose L this is.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because he didn't want to have sex with her? Or is it his L for being too lazy? Perhaps she lays there like a dead fish. I don't know. Maybe...
There's just so much to unpack with these. There is so much to unpack with these stories. It's like, what is this relationship? What is this look into whatever this person's version of normal is? The further I look in, the more questions I have. This is kind of awkward, okay? But, like, what is wrong? Like, it's not like he's cheating on you. He's just using his hand. Like, is that a crime against humanity? Like, I would be, like, embarrassed. If I was in her position, I think I'd be embarrassed. It's not a crime. It's more of a shot at the ego, self-esteem. But why? Okay, so let me ask this, fellas, okay? There's a lot of dudes in the chat, alright? Just generic question here. If you were tired and you did stuff for yourself, and the girl was like, "Oh darn, I would have really liked to do that for you," would you decline seconds that day or the day after? Would you be like, "No, I don't, in fact, want someone else to do it for me later"? Because I feel like most guys would be like, "This is a win for me. I get breakfast, you know, and dessert, you know." I've never heard of, like, a guy be like, "You know, that's all I can handle for the next week. I'm sorry, I can't pencil you in." Like, for the rest of the, month. I don't know if I can, like... That's why I don't get it! The alternative is that he would have been a gentleman by shaking her awake and been like, "It's 7 a.m., it's time to come on! You said you wanted it last night, I know you're asleep, but if I do it myself, I'm gonna be rude. Come on, up and at him!" Like, that sounds like a horrible alternative, alright? Like... Like, do you see that? I'm saying that I feel like this is the polite thing to do. Because, like, think about the alternative, that's all.
Maybe... Just work out your issues in private. Why is this even on TikTok? Wait, no.
That's the other question. Why do they gotta act TikTok? Like, why do they gotta ask TikTok for their opinions? TikTok, please tell me if this is acceptable. I need to know where, you know, how I feel about this, but I don't have enough of a representation of myself to know. So, discuss in the comments how I should feel.
Second thought, do not work them out in private. This is great content. Please do keep posting. I got asked on a date today, and I blocked the guy because he asked me what I wanted to do instead of just telling me. Listen, there is a reason women are so indecisive about things, about where to go, and especially about what to eat. It is in our blood. Back in the caveman times, we didn't have a choice. You hunted the mammals and you dragged them back to the cave.
Alright, I'm gonna disagree with her. I guess I'm just an anomaly because, like, if somebody asks me where I want to eat, sometimes I legitimately don't know, but a lot of times I will just tell you. I've always been like that, so am I just, like, an alien or something? Like, I don't know. She has a lot of, like, traditional beliefs, which is fine, by the way. I have no problem. I don't know if I really believe all of this stuff. Like, oh, women are hardwired to be this way. Unless I don't know, I came out different or something. You know, there's probably exceptions to the rule, and I might be that. But, I mean, it's cool either way.
That is what we ate. So you choose. You bringing home Chipotle is the modern man bringing home a mammoth carcass. One time I was gonna have sex with this man.
Yes, I would like a mammoth carcass. Or Chipotle, close enough. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Went to shower off and I did this naked little jig and went, it's time to wash me holes, and he made me go home.
What? Hold on, I just need to see that one more time. We went to shower off and I did this naked jig and went, it's time to wash me holes. Honestly, a win. Like, this is hilarious. If someone said this to me in any context, I would just laugh.
No, don't fumble the quirky girl, no.
Yeah, whatever. That's his L. That's his L, not hers, alright? She's gonna find someone who thinks she's hilarious, because she is.
Out eating with this guy, and he took the bill, and I offered to pay, and he said, okay, here. I love this trend of women being like, I want this, and men being like, okay, and women being like, wait, no, not like that. For the love of God, just say what you mean. Men do not know how to play these mind games. These boys autistic out here. A guy wrote to me on Tinder calling me quite the catch because I like nachos and Always Sunny. So I wrote back saying, well, if you're impressed by that, you should see my tits. And he unmatched me. I literally have no idea what men want.
You know, probably not just to have a fast food only sexual interaction is my guess. Also, like, look at the way she just says this. Like, it sounds like she's like an advertisement for you know, like one of those DMs you get, like, check my bio that's on Twitter. That like, I don't know, like, maybe I'm wrong, but like, I would have also wondered if she was a bot. Like, immediately I would have been like, it literally sounds like a copy paste. If somebody showed me this person's DMs, like a guy friend, and they were like, do you think this girl's real? I'd probably be like, I don't know. I don't think so.
Matched me. I literally have no idea what men want. See, this is a woman who has on her mind that men want sex, 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 and nothing else. So she came out too strong right out of the gate and scared him off. I was on a blind date.
Yeah, she might have.
The guy opened up Tinder while sitting there with me and was swiping on girls. I guess I wasn't interesting enough. Haha. Oof. A lot of pain in that haha.
Yeah.
What's the hardest thing you ever had to say? It's me or the PlayStation. He took the PlayStation over his marriage and 10-year relationship.
If anybody makes you pick between your games and them, don't let people do that. No matter what, who it is. If it's a girl singing to a guy singing to a girl, like, no. Anybody who loves you won't let you pick between your hobbies and what you enjoy and loving them. No person that actually respects you or likes you will make you pick between those two. That is so awful.
Oh my god. You know, I always say if somebody offers you an ultimatum between them and something else, take the something else. But in this case, I don't know, a PlayStation? Like, maybe there's more to this story, but ending a 10-year relationship and marriage over a PlayStation?
I
don't know, I'd be out. Like, how many... I'm disagreeing with Shoe0nHead again. How many times have they done that? How many times have they, like, unplugged their stuff or, like, made them not have hobbies with people? Like, taken away their comforts? How many times did they do that before they were like, I'm done. Like, I cannot do this anymore. I think it's irrational, by the way. Maybe it just took them 10 years to realize that, like, they could find better.
Came to the realization why I'm single. Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive, I see their wives, and they just look like so, like, you know, not like this, you know, like, I pretend my tattoos are gone. That's why guys don't want to wife me up. I thought these men wanted, like, you know, big, strong, tough girls.
Okay. Why are you looking at married men? Like, why is she looking at these guys who have women already. That's part of it, right? Because you're looking at guys and all of, like, and you realize you're not that type of girl, but, like, also in order to know you're not that type of girl, you also are admitting that you're looking at a guy who already has someone? Huh?
Okay, so first of all, she will find a man, okay? She's adorable.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
She's just a little quirked up white girl with tattoos. Who doesn't like a little quirked up white girl?
She's pretty, whatever.
Tattoos? I personally love tattoos. I love piercings. If I wasn't such a pussy, I would look like this. In high school, I was so determined to get an Avenged Sevenfold logo on the back of my neck. So happy that didn't happen. But anyway, some men do like her style, and trust me, judging by the internet,
plenty of them.
Men love muscle mommies. But if she's not attracting the type of men she wants, she could just easily soften up her style. She could take the nose ring out. She could put her hair down. I'm not gonna say L or W. This is kind of neutral. I'm leaning towards W because she's so self-aware about it. But I think she's gonna make it. We're all gonna make it, queens.
I think she needs to find someone who likes what she already has, because otherwise she will always feel like she's, like, toning herself down to be likable. She will always feel like she has to, like, water it down for that person to accept her. So I feel like she shouldn't do that. Because, like, I feel like at the end of the day, that's what she likes wearing. So, like, I don't know if she would be happy, like, long term.
If a man leaves you after you've cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man. Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws.
Oh, no. This is, he thought he was marrying you, not adopting you as a child that he has to, deal with your... No, this is a marriage. You're supposed to be a grown adult. Who's gonna tell her?
When I thought my man was cheating on me, so I slept with his dad, but actually he was just planning on his proposal to me and I ruined it.
What the literal hell? Also, why do people do this, alright? This makes me so mad on TikTok. Why are you... in the I'm gonna poop on my own floor pose? Why would you admit to this publicly? That's what I'm saying. I wonder this about all these people, but they're incredibly dumb. It's, like, impressive. The fact that she would think to do this at all, like, I hope he finds out now so he doesn't waste all the time, you know what I mean? Like...
What? When you go through his phone to see if he's cheating, but you find screenshots of you cheating. When you checked his phone to see if he's cheating but found nothing, then suddenly he said, "My turn." Listen.
Oh, how did she do that? Hold on. I'm sorry. That's really bad. These women cheaters are bad, but also, how did she crack her fingers like that? What the...
Listen.
I'm gonna need a playback. I'm, like, intimidated. She cracked them twice on her head. Ah! Why is she so crunchy?
If your partner wants all of your passwords and constantly wants to see your phone, reads all your texts and wants access to all your accounts all the time, and accuses you of cheating on them randomly, that's most likely projection, and they are cheating on you.
Yep. If you're suspicious of them, it's like, well, why would you have a reason to think that way? Unless you're, like, doing that yourself, for sure. That's her knuckles. I know it's her knuckles. Alright, but she's popping them like she's a Rice Krispie treat. That's what I was saying.
All the time. Sometimes they have trust issues, maybe from a different relationship. In these cases, yes, it was projection. Mom of 2 leaves her husband of 14 years for a stranger she was convinced was her soulmate after one magical night at a conference, only to be ghosted by him.
Whoa. Bruh.
I'm sorry, are we supposed to feel bad for this bitch? Because I don't.
Yeah,
Man,
I was gonna say, I wish I had any crocodile
yours, it doesn't
tears,
change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better. What?
What? No! No! Wait a minute, no! No! Absolutely not! Alright, I will tell you guys something wholesome real quick. So my dad, my whole life, that was around me, was my stepdad. Okay? He was my stepdad. I never knew that, like, he was my stepdad and not, you know, my actual biological dad, right? But he took care of me from the time I took my first steps. And so when they told me that he technically wasn't my dad, I was in, like, maybe, like, 11 or something. And I was like, what do you mean? Of course he's my dad. He did all the things that dads do. Like, he was around my whole life. Like, when I cried, I got to like cry on his shoulder. When I had trouble with my homework, he helped me with it. I was like, what do you mean? He literally is a dad, though. So I'm very lucky that I had a W stepdad that literally did this without being asked. Yeah. He's my dad. So unironically, I had a dad sign up for this without being asked. So I figured that you guys maybe would think that was wholesome. I figured that would bring some wholesomeness into this completely deranged take. I don't know.
Woman, 37, stabs husband multiple times after finding explicit photos of another woman that turned out to be her when she was thinner. No!
Whoa.
This man texted me, "Thank you for showing me what it feels like to be loved. I can't wait to make you my wife someday." It's gay shit like that makes me want to cheat.
Excuse me? You know, the one good thing about people making posts like this is that they're public, so that somebody could, like, maybe alert the person dating them and be like, hey, I think you should cut and run.
Women be like, wow, thanks. This is why it's so f***ing hard to convince men to open up. I hope and pray this king has found someone who actually appreciates him. When he cheated on me with the same girl my other ex cheated on me with. Girl, that isn't your average hoe. That's your arch nemesis.
Yeah.
You need to either defeat her in battle or commit seppuku right now. No other way. Betrayed.
There is no other way.
I suggested an open marriage to my husband to spice up our sex life. He then fell for his lover, and I was heartbroken. Many such cases. Woman wants to open up the marriage.
I've seen that. Yeah, I was gonna say this is actually
with her because
a story
as soon
that
as you
happens
open up the
more
marriage,
than once.
He's not gonna take it seriously anymore because you're not taking it seriously anymore. And a lot of people just can't be polyamorous. They can only be monogamous. They can only give their love and intimacy to one person at a time. So,
bro, I'm an introvert. I can't even imagine like. That, like, there's some people that will be in, like, open relationships with, like, 3 or 4 people, just like, whoa. That's so many people to make happy and check on, like, I have trouble making my socks match in the morning. Like,
L. Common open marriage L. Getting 2 jobs and telling my boyfriend that I'll work 70 hours a week so I can pay the bills so he can find his dream job, to find out he was cheating on me on the days I worked 16 hours. When he went on Tinder right in front of me, an hour after taking my virginity. I nursed my cheating husband back to health from severe brain trauma. Then he cheated again. Okay, so I know this is about women posting their L's, but goddamn, these men ain't shit. No wonder there's so many insane broken harpies coming at me when I talk about male loneliness. And no wonder there are so many men who think all women are lying whores.
Yep.
Y'all are destroying yourselves. Stop cheating. Is it that hard to not f someone? I don't think so. Look at my audience. Follow people who haven't done that.
I mean, yeah. I think what sucks is that, like, people get, like, really radicalized by both sides, by the way, because there's, like, a lot of people that are super self-serving and, like, don't realize, like, how much it would take to be in these relationships at all. And I feel like that's the root problem, like, on both sides. It's like, there's just some selfish freaking people.
The whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment. I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart.
What the hell?
It was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
Demon! Be gone, vile woman! Congratulations!
Splash her with holy water! What the f-
I've created another person with trust issues. People
like
this should be in jail. People like this should be in prison. People like this should be thrown in the pit. Remembering the time he came home and told me he cheated on me, so I slept with him and made him tell me I was better.
What in the world?
When I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me, instead of breaking up, he had me and the other girl give speeches on why he should stay with either of us.
Oh my god, is he a college professor? Is this gonna be for a grade?
He chose me, I took him out to dinner and got him thank you presents. Never was much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money. Me remembering the time I walked in on my boyfriend cheating on me and I left and came back 5 minutes later and asked to join. They declined.
Oh my god!
Women, get some self-respect.
Yeah, these people's, like, bare minimum is, like, on the ground. It's so sad, dude. Come on.
I would say you could do better, but honestly, I don't know anymore.
Yeah,
Turn up the cheat. All women should have an affair once in their life. It made me feel sexier and look younger.
What in the world?
First of all, did it? Second of all, this is the kind of shit the average woman has blasting into her mind 24/7. And you wonder why, like, 45% of them are destined to be single in 2030. And on the flip side, you have all these, like, manosphere red pill people excusing cheating, but that's a video for another day. Is the man I'm cheating with lying to me like he does to his wife? Yes!
Yes!
Yes, he is.
What?
Next, I've cheated.
Oh my god. I'm just impressive. Like, all this says to me that people, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy or non-identifying, it doesn't matter, okay? There's a lot of people of the human race that are just very selfish or very stupid.
Cheated on every single one of my significant others. Would you still take a shot? Fellas, would you take a shot? I swear to God, women with big titties can get away with anything. The power dynamic of the world is this. The peasants, the rich, the elites, the deep state, women with big titties. Broke up with my boyfriend who loved me so I could hook up with my coworker that I've had a huge crush on since forever, who just got out of a 3.5-year relationship. All to get pumped and dumped. Thinking about how my perfect first...
Also, by the way, that's a joke. By the way, there's plenty of nice girls that just happen to have big mammaries, alright? It's not their fault. It's not like they asked for that. That's the other... Who get them intentionally? I don't know. If you want to go pay for yourself some, like, frickin' big pillow cushions, then you go get them. You know, you do you.
Boyfriend who was nice and bought flowers and gifts and planned surprise dates and never followed girls on social media, and how I dumped him because I was bored and went off to date men who literally abused and cheated on me, LMAO. Thinking about the time I left a man who would do anything to make me happy for a literal bum.
Well, isn't that something that you should regret? Thanks for letting me know your story. In case I ever run into you in public, I'm gonna go the complete other direction, because, like, now I know you're a shithead, so I really appreciate that.
When I had a boy that had loved me unconditionally since we were 13, flies across the country to surprise me, and after 2 years still supported me and worshipped me, and I let him down for a lying, cheating piece of shit. I'm starting to suspect there's not a male loneliness epidemic, and it's more of a avoiding these evil bitches epidemic.
Yeah,
This video was turning me into a misogynist. I always thought the woman leaving the nice guy for the bad boy and getting her heart broken was a silly trope. Like, I knew it happened, but I didn't know it happened this much. L's all around. Throw these women in the pit. I hope these guys find women who appreciate their niceness. Because believe it or not, despite popular belief, most women do like that. I asked him how tall he was, and he said, I'm 5, and I immediately hung
impressively dumb people. They're not everyone, but they exist, and it's impressive how badly they can up things.
Phone up. Turns out he's 5'11". How do I apologize? I rejected
They're the minority, but they're the loudest about it.
He's dating someone new. Then
they make sure everyone knows.
The time my prison pen pal came out of jail, me once and never spoke to me again after 2 years of telling me he loved me and wanted me to be in his life forever.
Bro, you went for an inmate. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
I'm sorry. Your what? Your prison pen pal? You're telling me the convict in jail was not a good person? Of all people? I left my husband because the sex was boring.
This is what I mean. Now this is like a skill issue. Like, I can't feel bad.
The same problem with my new partner. There is a common factor here.
You got a theme going.
Aw, that's nice.
You got
to the girl he dated after me.
Whoa.
Oh, I know we all let our dogs eat us out at least once. I'm sorry. We? Us?
Excuse
me? Who is this us and we you speak of? One time I was riding a dude and he pressed my bladder, so I ended up peeing all over him for a solid minute, and after I said, I'm claiming my territory. I pee in the shower so frequently that my feet are dyed yellow.
Pain.
I left my underwear on the bathroom floor after my shower the other day, and now there's ants eating my discharge. I'm not showing this, but it's literally just dirty underwear with ants all over it. You know, growing up, I was always told, like, oh, boys
I'm
are
gonna
the
cry.
smelly,
Why did I have to even
gender,
think about that existing?
I don't know about that. Confession. One time somebody nutted in my mouth and his semen was chewy. Oh god, this one made me gag. Please don't. Is this hers or the man's?
Stop,
I don't even know.
I'm in pain. I'm in pain.
Okay, guys, I really need help. Every check from my sugar daddy bounced. Wells Fargo is closing my accounts, and I'm gonna owe them a lot of money. Like thousands and thousands. I'm in a full-blown panic right now. I don't know what to do. You know, as a socialist, I really hate to say this, and I wish we lived in a different society and didn't have to give all our time and our life to this labor under this evil capitalist system, but get a f***ing job. I spent $20K on plastic surgery to try to get a man, but it hasn't worked. I've been single for 7 years.
Well, yeah, it turns out that you have to have a personality under there.
Went from cute and unique to like cookie cutter Kardashian alien, but perhaps it is not the way you look. Maybe it is something else. You do not have to look like a blow-up doll to find love. In fact, you're more likely to not find love.
Listen, I don't care what people want to look like. I'm just gonna say that. Like, if you want, you look how you want, by the way. Like if you want to look that way, if it makes you happy, like, you do you.
Looking this way. $25,000.
But it's not gonna make up for being
buying houses and getting married. And I'm just over here crying with happiness that I got to hear Hillary Clinton say human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights in person. You don't have kids? How old are you? Me, 31. That surprises me. I'd be lost without my kids. I mean, how do you find meaning in life? Me.
Marvel keeps coming out with films,
so I have that.
This one's so funny. I want to take this quote, like, and use it for anything else, like any video game. Like, Helldivers 2 just came out, so I have that. Well, Dragon's Dogma 2 just released, so I figure I'm fine. We can modify this. This can work, chat. We can use this. We can take this. We can take this to the moon. We can fill in so many answers here that are so funny. I'm building my first PC, so I have that. Well, I did just pick up woodworking, so I got that. So if it was me, I would respond with something dumb like this because, like, I'm probably not being serious, by the way. Like, this is just me being snarky. Trying to say I don't have a purpose in my life. Like, I'm not gonna take them seriously. I'm probably just gonna, you know, give them, like, the sarcasm. Like, how else are you supposed to answer that question? So, Shoe0nHead's opinion here, I feel like, is not mine, which is fine, by the way. Because I think that that was meant to be sarcasm. I'm sure this independent lady would not care that some people on the internet disagree with her.
Average millennial, reject love and family, embrace corporate media slop. Okay,
I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny, alright? Like, I unironically thought it was pretty funny.
One thing to just not want kids, it's another to cope like this. At least I have Marvel movies, at least I have Hillary Clinton. Bleak.
At least I got VTubers.
Thinking about the fact that I offered
Don't worry, guys, I've got you covered.
to add me back on Snap and talk to me, and he said no. I was so ready to pay that too. I still am. I will still pay you to add me back. Please, I'm begging.
Jesus Christ, this makes it so much more, like, scary. Like, look at how close she is. She's over here like, please add me back.
Could you imagine this reversed? Like, men paying money to talk to a crazy woman? Oh, wait. That's like 60% of my Discord.
I'm Rhea.
Oof.
Nice to meet you.
Fun fact about
not
Donnie,
the button.
he's a Marvel nerd. Are you into Marvel?
You know what? No. Like, my brother watches them, but I just can't get into anime. Like, okay.
Like, you can't not like Marvel. It's amazing. There's so many different things, and it's not anime. It's just like a bunch of superheroes who try to save everybody.
Oh no. We need to hook this guy up with the other woman who's like 31 and single and only looks forward to Marvel movies.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I feel like the button is literally just meant to be inflammatory. Like, they want, like, every person, female, male, whatever, on the button is just like human trash. All of them are garbage on there.
They are a match made in heaven. When I remember that I basically begged a dude who had his mattress on the floor and a
but it's because
plastic
it's
jug
cursed.
full of loose change on his mantle to be with me, and he said no. Still can't believe I f***ed a guy who made me drink water out of a Tupperware container.
What the heck?
I f***ed a guy with actual shit on his floor. Okay, this is why so many-
Okay, like, wow. Wow. Standards are really low.
women think men aren't improving or putting in a lot of effort because they don't have to. They can have literal shit on their floor and you will f them. How are women's standards so high and simultaneously so low?
I think there are people on both sides that do not have very high standards, and so this happens. I think you can have a girl or a guy that doesn't put in any effort.
I'm a liberal. It's hard to find masculine men to date who aren't conservative. Ladies, stop f***ing thinking you need your man to align with you completely. Because you know who's gonna align with you completely? A woman. A woman with bipolar disorder. A woman marries a dog after 220 failed relationships with men.
Oh man. Not making the best boy's life a living hell. Not the dog.
If every lonely woman is marrying her dog. Unfortunately,
No!
I can't make a cute recap video of this year because
Don't let her save the goodest boy.
I spent 2022 ugly
No
crying
dog
over my
deserves
ex,
the
quit my
crazy
job,
person.
ended up in the psych ward and got an STD. It really does need to be studied why women love posting their L's. My theory is that like women's go-to humor is self-deprecation. Like female comedians do it often. Even me, like I'm constantly making self-deprecating jokes in videos.
I've seen a lot of that. Do I do that? I I don't think I do that a lot. I don't think I like go to self-deprecating myself. But yeah, I think she's right. I think I do see a lot of girls use like self-deprecating humor.
So it could be that, or it could be just like a cry for help or attention. I have no idea, but what I do know is you couldn't beat this shit out of a man. So that was that, whatever that was. Wait, I guess I'll leave you guys with a question. Post one of your biggest L's. Did you ever fumble a relationship? Did a girl flirt with you 10 years ago and you didn't realize she was flirting until now? If you want to support the channel, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. I'm doing Christmas cards again this year. $5 and up, you get a personalized Christmas card and a sticker. So
That's
stay
cute.
tuned for that, and yeah, bye!
That was lovely. Very nice, very nice. Either way, it was entertaining, even though I didn't really agree with all of her takes, obviously. Mua, 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 mua.